Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you recall, last time we were here, you were busy hot on the tail of who was it again?
Layla.
No, Layla. That was it. Sorry, I already got some sisters for you.
Oh, is that the little one there? Is that your A-bomb?
No, that's Angela.
No, that was me. Or what?
Oh,
I was the
You
one
make it-
singing there.
make it pretty. Okay. All right.
And you were on your way to Haydenburg,
Yep.
which of course you've never been to, because you've been chasing Layla for God knows how long, but it wasn't an easy chase. And you come up, there's a rustic-looking sign basically saying, "Welcome to Haydensburg, population 100 crossed out and not amended."
Well,
Well,
like,
that's ominous.
looks like a pretty small town, huh?
It basically looks
Yeah.
like an old West style town, except
right.
think of a more of a medieval atmosphere to it. So you have
Sure.
you have an inn. I
Got an
know
inn, you got a tavern,
Well,
I guess.
I know historically taverns and inns are not the same thing,
Yeah.
but for the purposes of simplicity, in this case they are. So the inn
Sure.
is called the Bison's Head. You got a big sign out beside it, the General Store, literally called the General Store.
Yep.
Then after that, so there's some houses and stuff off in the distance. Really kind of, it's not desolate looking because it's like in the middle of a forest, but the same token, it looks like the people who are here.
Why
pretty
are
much-
we calling it the Bison's Head if we're in the middle of a forest?
Maybe because the people here aren't as intelligent as you think.
All right then.
That's
I
supposed
just like not a very appropriate name for a place in the forest, but okay. You think it would be like the Boar's Head or something, but whatever.
Oh,
Bison's Head.
time out. I still haven't figured out money in this world, but as long as you ask for something reasonable, you're going to get it. Like if you want a dagger, you're going to reasonably have enough money. So,
Okay.
but if you ask for a Vorpal sword, yeah, they don't have it, and if they did, they wouldn't sell it to you. So,
Are there
Sure.
actually Vorpal swords in D&D?
oh yes, I'm actually
Interesting.
in your future is probably going to be a Vorpal axe.
Interesting. Okay.
Horrible.
Vorpal. On a natural roll of 20, you automatically decapitate the enemy.
You know, Mike, you know what a Vorpal sword is from, right?
Yep.
No, I don't. I do not.
Was brillig and the slithy toves
Did
did gyre and gimble in the wave.
All mimsy were
A
the
mimsy were the
Boragos,
Boragos
and the Momras
so
out
great.
great.
Alice in Wonderland, huh? All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
In grade
He
school,
took his Vorpal sword in hand, long time the maxim foe he sought. Rested he by the tum-tum tree and stood a while and thought.
Poem, huh?
oh yeah,
I know that full poem by heart.
Nice.
it's actually technically nonsense poetry, but same token, I like it.
Yeah, I love that poem too.
Good stuff. I just remember it from the Cheshire Cat myself.
Yeah, it's from Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass.
Sure.
But of course they, added it into the Alice in Wonderland movie with Disney. And it also was included in like the newer Alice in Wonderland movie too. I think Alice actually fought a Jabberwocky.
Yes, with the Vorpal sword.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Very well.
It's a good movie. Like you can watch it with a 5-year-old, you can watch it with a 50-year-old. They're both going to enjoy it, but it's not.
For some reason I like the sequel more than the original one.
I haven't had a chance to track down the sequel. I keep meaning to, but
It's actually pretty good. I actually really I liked it more than the original one for some reason. But
I read
Which
this.
one's this? Madness Returns?
No, you're thinking of American McGee, which is awesome. But no, this is based off of Through the Looking Glass.
We're talking about the Tim Burton.
Yeah,
Movie.
Oh, the Tim Burton versions. I see.
the one with
Yeah.
Johnny Depp, I believe it is.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
he
a
was
Mad
the
Hatter
Mad
himself.
Hatter.
Yes.
Sure.
Hey, that's impressive. When I remember a celebrity's name, it means something.
Well, I know that because I'm obsessed with Johnny Depp, so.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with your tastes. I don't know him, so I have no opinion on him, and that's my opinion with all celebrities. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, the most recent developments notwithstanding, I'm sure. But
again, don't know him, can't say anything either way. So,
yeah,
I'm not a
I was
judge.
what?
I'm not a judge.
Still, I
I'm not a
was.
jury, except in the world we play in.
sure. That is
All
doable.
right.
Hang on a
Well,
second.
anyways, let's get to the game. Let's not.
That's, to anybody listening, that was a great subtle way to get the characters back on track.
Well done.
But as you're walking into town, there is your basically stereotypical European low class poor peasant coming up to you, disheveled looking, looks like he's been rolling in the muck all day, smells to high heaven, horribly unkempt hair with that ridiculous kind of half moon, hoodie kind of thing that they used to wear.
Oh, like a cloak or something.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he comes up to you and says, "Hello there. My name is
Hello.
My name is Bill. You wouldn't happen to have a couple spare coppers, would you?"
Bill, huh? Yeah, Well, Tennessee, what do you think? We gave a look. We helped out that old man back by the road. You think we can help this guy too?
Yeah, I think we can give him a few coppers.
I wouldn't mind that. Never hurts to spread it a little. I'll I'll take a couple of coppers out of my little bag of holding.
As you get close enough to him, you can smell the alcohol on him. Pretty much.
Whoa, this guy's had a few, hasn't he? I say softly to Tennessee.
Thank you kindly, sir. Thank you kindly. It's much appreciated in these days for somebody to be as generous as you. The people around this town are a little bit strange. I think it's because of the rumors of the monsters coming. Or perhaps it might...
Monsters?
Oh, sorry.
What monsters?
What monsters do you
You
speak
hear
of?
all sorts of things these days. You hear about goblins trying to come and take our food. And apparently, even the general store owner's cookies went missing.
Cookies.
I think
Do they
everyone...
have any suspects?
Oh, everybody thinks it's each other. I actually think they're being driven mad by the sound of the little girls screaming at night.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
That's reassuring.
Do you know where that's coming from?
No, I'm never awake at that time. I get to bed at the right time and wake up at the right time.
I'm surprised you can sleep with the screaming.
I was gonna
I
say,
wish
how do you
I
know
could
this?
sleep that soundly.
How do I know this? Because people tell me this.
Oh, the word of mouth of people who suspect each other. How much can you believe?
But anyway, thank you for your generosity. I have to get over to the tavern before they shut.
Tavern? I could use a drink myself. What about you, Tenacity? What do you say we check that place out and get ourselves a little refreshment?
I'm not feeling in the mood for drink, but I could still go with you. Seems like
Yeah.
there's more to hear about this town.
I can concur with that. Let's just find some lodging for now, and we'll figure out what to do. Same with our little fine feathered friend here. as I nudge to the falcon on your foot.
Pinnacle seems to be plenty happy with your nudging.
Yeah.
So
So
you
what
head
is?
on over to the Bison's... Oh, sorry. Are you heading over to the Bison's Head? I thought that was a convention established. Remember, Tavern and the Inn, even though they don't belong together historically, in this case, when I first
Yeah.
wrote it, they went together, and I was
Yep.
sick this week, so I couldn't rewrite it. So
Well, that's fine. We can
I'm
talk.
too-
We
Yeah,
can talk.
fine.
I'm too lazy to
Whatever.
come up with
Who
enough.
cares? It's D.
I-
Who
I'm too
cares?
late-
It's D&D. It's a fantasy world.
I'm too lazy at this point to come up with new plot lines and stuff for two different places. So yeah,
That's That's fine.
Even,
Whatever.
even though Gordon
anything-
Ramsay did a couple of those and they all failed to operate, I understand it's a bad business model in real life, but it's magic and monsters and wonderful here. So.
Yeah, there's bigger things
Yeah,
to
who
worry.
cares,
There's,
dude? Who
there's
cares?
bigger things to worry about than such trivial business practices. We'll just say we're headed to the Bison's Head because that's pretty much where everything is anyway.
Yep.
The weirdly named Bison's Head.
Oh, I'm
It
sure.
still sounds like what a strange name for an establishment in the forest.
I don't know. Maybe bison is a specialty around here. I say as we make
Where
our
would
way
they
to
find
the steps.
bison to cook in the forest?
Lost ones.
It would seem so. Maybe they would be lost. Perhaps they are lost ones.
Maybe that's what. I suppose that's what they say when their parents leave them. That's probably what they say when their parents drop them off for school. Bison.
Ooh.
Ooh, there's some parental issues in that statement. No time to analyze. So you walk in. There's, for lack of better, a bar set up and multiple tables. There's a middle-aged man and a middle-aged woman behind the counter. They're a little bit cleaner than Bill was, but the same token, the place smells like charcoal and wood and the smell of fat having creeped into everything. It's not as light as it was outside, but the sun was beginning to set, so sooner or later it's going to be nicer in here anyway.
Sure.
So, what would you like to do?
So what I look around the place curiously. So what do we do? Do we seat ourselves, or is someone gonna help us here? Or you're on the move.
Probably we could just go sit at the bar.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. Curse my small stature. I struggle as
Here,
I climb
I
to
pick
sit
him
on
up
this.
and put him on the stool.
Oof. Very well handled, Tenacity. Thanks, I say as I adjust my ruffled glasses from having been plopped on the stool.
The old man
So
looks at you, says, "We don't get many of your kind here." And his wife turns around and gives you that sideways kind of glance.
Oh, yeah. People don't tend to see us that often. We get that a lot.
Are you talking about me or are you talking about him?
You, both of you. Do you not
Oh.
speak? Do you not speak common? Do I need to speak French like the people in next town, Fayetteville?
Can you understand me?
Yes, I understand you quite well. It's a bit rude, don't you think, Karen? And Karen says, "Yes, it is a little bit rude, Kevin."
Oh boy. Well, anyways, before
Sorry if you
things
couldn't
get
understand me before.
What can we get for you?
well, what, yeah, what would you guys recommend? This is our first time here in this place. We're curious as to what you guys find good.
Meat pie and ale.
What do you think, Tenacity? Want to try the meat pie?
Or we can serve you some fresh bison steaks.
You're just gonna add that now.
What the hell?
I smirk softly at Tenacity. Well, there's your answer for the name, friendo. Well, I look
Just
back.
have a meat pie.
I look back to Kevin and say, "Oh, I'll try your ale. Get a little drink in my system. Not too much, hopefully."
They both grumble and go about their business. I'm literally smelling something burning. Can I put you guys on hold for just a second? Hold on.
Oh,
Dear.
time. Yeah, check what you need to. Make sure everything's all right.
Oh dear. That does not sound good.
Yep. Hopefully everything's all right. It's never
My goodness.
it's never a good thing when you smell something burning like that. I wonder if that could be worked into the story if it ends up being something trivial.
Good news, it was my wife burning her egg. She does this thing where she puts eggplant on the stove and burns it, so that way she can take the outer part out and just have the inside, then she fries it with egg. So the good news is
Oh.
you're going to smell something burning as well, because there's no way they're
Uh-huh.
cooking. There's no way they're cooking anything proper in this establishment.
Yeah, what were we just talking about, huh? Well, I'm glad everything's all right.
Gordon Ramsay would throw it through the window, but
I'm gonna
you,
I'm gonna pull a Portal reference here, and I'm gonna take a few sniffs and look at Tenacity and say, "Do you smell something burning?"
but anyway,
But
They-
but in seriousness, I'm gonna
let's,
go like,
let's not be rude. Let's,
"Hey,
and now so you get your meat pie and your ale, and they look
Okay.
at you and say, by any chance, do you guys ever take stuff without people looking at you, or without people looking?
I wouldn't say that. It's not exactly something I feel comfortable with doing."
Karen, see, I told you it was the goblins.
Goblins again.
are you talking about the cookies?
I don't know about cookies, but here from our inn, we get stuff missing all the time. We just went back there, and 4 of our meat pies were missing.
Oh, maybe Bill was onto something after all. Maybe the thieves have struck again. Just missed them.
Did you see anybody? Or did you hear anything?
Well, I heard you guys ask for a meat pie, so I went in the back, and that's when I found that there were 4 of them missing.
All right, you didn't hear anything before then?
I'm sorry, I wasn't blessed with your sense of hearing.
I look over to Karen and ask, "Did you happen to see anything suspicious around here just before that happened?"
I was with my husband the entire time. What would I see that he didn't?
Oh, fair
It's
enough.
all right. It's all right. We're
Oh.
just asking.
Remember, she's appropriately named.
Karen. But yeah, it's like, oh, I suppose that's true.
Now get out of here, I call the cops. No, I'm kidding.
I want to speak to your manager. Oh wait, that's me. Get out of here.
Oh wait, you are the manager.
But yeah, it's like, oh dear. So 4 meat pies have gone missing, and we've only been in here for a couple of minutes.
Do you happen to have a back door?
It's an inn and a tavern. There's doors all over the place. But the only one who usually tries to take anything is Bill, and that goes straight into his mouth.
What do? You put?
Where is
Do-
Bill right now? Is he around here?
And
Oh,
do you
he's
put
in
it
one
on
of
his-
the. He's one of the back booths and drinking away.
No, he takes.
There he is.
He ends up taking stuff, huh? Do you put it on his bill?
Oh no, we just charge him for it the next time he comes in. But the strange thing is, today he came in with gold. Usually, he's lucky if people will give him a couple coppers.
Gold.
Did he
What
say
is he, like
anything about where he got them?
As long as he pays me, I don't care. Because believe me, that does not happen very regularly.
Oh, every once in so often, huh? I say as I take a drink of my ale. Ugh.
Sorry to hear
Every
that.
once in so often, he pays.
Ooh, man, this thing's kind of strong. I take another sip. So Bill,
I'll just
Bill's
bite
the-
into the meat pie here.
Bill's the
It
guy.
tastes
who-
decent, not spectacular, but at the same token, you don't feel nauseous.
Oh, Bill's come by with some gold, has he? He doesn't look like he'd be the type to have that much on him at a moment's notice. I wonder what else he
If
knows.
someone was generous,
True. But I suppose generosity is its own reward. But I wonder. I take another sip of my ale. Who else can we see around here? Well, on our way, when you and I are on our way here, we didn't really see many people outside, did we? It's like
No.
they
Well,
were all kind of.
You saw the
keeping to
general
themselves.
store, you saw Bill, and you saw the bison's head.
are
And
most
no one
people
else-
home by this time of night?
It's getting pretty late. There's some people in the bar, but absolutely nobody that looks at any interest.
Sure.
If you want to, you can go talk to them, but it's basically when you click on a video game and the person comes up with, "It's a lovely day to be in Haydenburg, isn't it?"
And NBC.
Exactly. Nice,
Morning.
nice day
Nice
for
day for
fishing,
fishing,
isn't it?
Hey, you know that one. I like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Nice day for fishing, ain't it? All right, so they're background characters. I get it.
yep.
Hmm.
Or they might send you on a quest to take or pick up their wayward sheep.
Eh.
You know
Oh,
anything about the? I'm talking to the bar person.
Yep, Kevin.
Does the Kevin? Okay. Oh, Kevin
Keith,
and Karen.
Keith,
Oh my goodness.
sorry, Kevin and Karen. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll make
so
a
I
note of
talked
that.
to I talked to Kevin and say, "Do you know anything about the screaming?"
Oh yeah, the
We-
screaming.
We do hear it, but we've never been able to find it. And what's stranger still is none of the town's little girls are missing.
You think it might be ghosts?
Stranger things have happened. I mean, to hear tell of the mainland, they have all sorts of monsters creeping up over there. We'd be thankful if it was only a ghost.
Do you happen to know where the screams are coming from exactly?
It's hard to say. It usually wakes us up in the middle of the night, and, by the time we get up to look at it, we can't find where it is.
Hmm.
There is a well in the middle of the town, but it's had a grate over it for the longest time. So,
Well,
little
Oh
well.
dear. Are we doing a ring thing here?
yes, you ain't thinking what I'm
Ring
thinking.
you.
Ringu. Well, I take another small sip of my ale and I glance at Tenacity. Think we should stay here the night and see if we could find anything out about these screams.
Kevin
Well, I
says,
suppose
Kevin
so.
says, I tell you what, you find out what's happening to my pasties, and I'll make sure you can stay here as long as you want.
All right then. Have
I
yourself a
perk up-
deal.
perk
And
up
if
a
you
little
find
bit.
out what's happening with the little girl screams, well, fantastic.
Very well. I think that's something that we could work with.
Wonder if the two are connected.
I have a strange feeling they could be, but I'm only 50% certain on that.
Depends on what my mood is like at the time.
Oh, man.
So the night starts to die down, and I don't know, what are you two doing to pass the time? You're pretty much joined at the hip, so you've shared all your stories. I mean, you could have a laugh about old time's sake, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
let's assume that they've given you 2 rooms, 1 room, 16 rooms. What are we going for that's reasonable here?
I mean, I think we could just, if there's a room with 2 beds.
Like a bunk bed or something, or just 2 separate ones. One of
There
those.
be a bunk bed in
I-
medieval
I was
times.
just questioning that, and I haven't had time to Google it. But for the sake of today, Kevin has invented the bunk bed with Karen.
Well,
It's
doesn't
such
have to
an
be,
odd
doesn't
thing.
have to be a modern bunk bed, just one bed.
I suppose it doesn't matter when it's D&D.
Plus, I've seen houses in like Skyrim or such where they have where one bed has its own lodge right above
But
the
of
other.
course, that's Skyrim. How do we know it's historically accurate?
This thing's called Dungeons and Dragons. How's this any different? I'm kidding.
Say, we were talking about the historical accuracy of bunk beds in medieval times. So
Fair enough.
I don't think Skyrim is a good reference for historical accuracy.
Well, I think a room with separate beds will work here.
Okay. Well, anyways, whatever. The room with 2 beds.
Yep. I already know what Tarkirian will be doing in the spare time here.
I don't want to know about
Actually,
it.
I'm going to ask.
Rule
if
1.
I'm going to ask if there's is there a room that overlooks the well that can see the well?
Oh, good catch.
There's a few houses in the way, but I can see what I can do.
All right. Thank you.
Maybe just a glimpse of it.
he shows you something like if you really squint and put your head like 3/4 to the left, you can just barely see the thing.
Sure.
All right.
Just a sliver of it. That's fine.
That may save us some trouble. But I was thinking of going out to look at it, but
Maybe we can do so when it's nighttime. That's when all the crazy stuff seems to happen around here.
well, it is already getting pretty dark right now.
Yeah. Night
I
is.
mean, when it gets
Oh, sorry.
completely dark. Yep. Sure. What were you saying?
It's virtually night right now. The patrons are starting to file out because they got to be awake early in the morning to
All right.
do whatever small towners do that are not farmers.
Sure.
To tend the farmers market.
We can wait.
Were
just
there
a little-
farmers markets in the medieval period?
Yes, shut up now.
They're farmers in the medieval period. I don't know about this, George. Anyways,
I
yeah.
was
What I'm
actually thinking about Patrick, but whatever.
Yeah, so I was just. Let's see here.
Mayonnaise an instrument.
Hang on a second, guys. I gotta
Is
go
a
mute.
shrubbery a
I have-
weapon?
I have someone calling me. One moment.
Okay, we're paused. I was trying to figure
Do I
this.
have like a
Oh, sorry,
Do I have like a torch or something I could use?
a torch.
Yeah,
you'll
I was
have-
thinking of going out to the well and stuff.
Yeah, you'll have, like I said, anything reasonable like that. Yeah, you have a couple. I don't know how long a torch burns roughly, but say 2 hours and you would have enough to make it through a night.
Well, I was thinking of going out and looking at the well with the torch, but
I think,
it depends on how windy it is, I suppose.
as far as I know, those oil-soaked torches are pretty darn good. Like, you could get like a hurricane lamp, but the torches are still pretty effective.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can make those arrows.
Probably out here, the best we can get is a torch.
Yeah.
Did we find it yet? No, we didn't. Sorry, I'm
We're
back.
just discussing light.
Yeah. But like I said,
What's that?
if they can make one of the arrows, light them on fire, shoot them through the air, I'm pretty sure they would have a torch good enough to hold light.
Oh, okay. You guys
Unless you go out in a hurricane and, I might make it rain, but I'm not going to shoot a hurricane at you. One of my demonic
Why would there
monsters
be
might.
Why would there be a hurricane in the middle of the forest?
You're not really that far away from the ocean in case you forgot about the map.
I can't see the map.
All I see is a black screen here.
Yeah. Well, I'd have to upload that, and again, that was something I meant to do this week, but
Oh, I see.
Okay, so I don't know if we're near the ocean if I can't see the map.
I sent you guys the map a long time ago. It's just on this computer I don't have a copy of it. Actually, hang on a second.
Is it here in the chat?
No,
Or is it
no,
on our Facebook?
it's nowhere at the moment, but it'll be on your Facebooks in just a couple.
Okay.
Let me have a peek here.
Well, I have to send it first.
Sure. Well, yeah.
I just
I
remember.
have my Facebook. I have my Facebook open, is what I'm saying.
Okay, and for you.
Oh, crappers! I did not mean to click that. Oh well.
I did not send whatever it is you didn't want to click.
No, I clicked the application for something else here on my computer.
Thank you.
Oh, this I see. Let me actually save this time.
It will be up by next week, and yeah, good things will happen by next week.
Sure.
But anyways,
So,
We have the map now.
now
Anyway.
Find the map. All right, I'm stopping. Let's see here.
Okay.
So that would put us.
well, if you notice, I have that nice little X.
Yep.
Yeah, that was your
That
start.
worked.
That's your starting point.
Okay.
Yep, and then right to your left, that little triangle thing. It's supposed to have a number 1 in it.
Yep.
That would be Haydenburg.
Okay, so that's where we are.
Yes. To the north of you is
Okay.
Fayetteville. To the south of you is the Doom Range.
Gee, I wonder if it's safe down there, huh?
Plenty safe.
So, Tark, would
Hmm?
you like to check out this well? This well
That's
seems important.
that's the first thing I was thinking about as soon as I heard about it. What are you saying we do so?
Make sure we have our torches.
Yep.
Are we gonna buy a torch, or do we already have torches in like our bags?
Before you set out on your mission, you would have a reasonable amount of supplies. You mean
Okay.
you did technically run away, but at the same token, you didn't just rush out the door. You planned it. You made sure you had some food and stuff to go.
All right.
Yeah, so
So I'll probably have
there's a
torch.
type of role playing that's called survival role playing, and
Oh,
it is a lot of fun. But I know one spell that completely ruins it, so I don't do it.
fair enough. So
All right. So
would have
let's head out the door and then light our torches over to the well.
Yep.
actually, if you wanted to, actually, I want to ask something too.
Yep.
If tenacity was, if we could possibly get tenacity to save a torch, would a mage light work here too?
It would, but yours has a limited time. There's permanent light and there's regular light spell.
Oh, there's a difference. Um, I guess for the sake of simplicity, it would be better just to use torches for now.
For now.
Yeah. So we'll just stick with torches and we'll go from there. So
So
Let us go to the well.
first hour goes by. You do find a nice part to camp out. You can see the sky. The town is quieting down. The lights in the windows are starting to go out. But nothing really much happens for the first hour.
Can I throw a rock at the well?
You could build a shrubbery, yes.
time to
Decorate a
time-
shrubbery.
time to satisfy the Knights of Neath again, shall we? Tell you what, I'll even kick a rock there to make it more fancy.
I still want to do something with the well, so just toss a rock at it.
Okay.
Sure.
Eventually hear it go plump.
Oh, wonder if it's a wishing well or something as well. I walk a little bit closer to peek at it, but not too close because it is getting dark.
It's a little past dark right now.
Yeah, it's already dark.
Oh,
It's been dark for a few hours.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I'll just.
What do your dwarf eyes see? Apparently nothing.
Well, his dwarf eyes see nothing. His gnome eyes see nothing.
Sorry, I forgot he's a gnome. Now I need to roll. Well, I'm not the intelligent one.
Nah. So I let out a little yawn and I lean back against whatever it is I'm sitting by, and I'm like, oh man,
Quaint little bench.
Sure.
So another hour rolls by, and nothing has happened except the moon has come up nicely. So you both have night vision, right? Or not night vision, low light vision.
I have low light vision.
Yeah.
I had it written here somewhere. Yeah, I have low light vision as
Okay.
well.
So the moon really does nothing for you. By the way, the handbook and the online sources differ, so I have to figure out which one I need to go by. So
Oh, I see.
you might have
Yeah,
you might have night vision, you might have low light vision. I'm not sure which.
the online source I found for the gnomes state that they have low light vision, so I guess we'll stick with that for Tark for now.
Yeah, but it's my interpretation ultimately. If I decide to
see.
give you night vision, then I'm going to. I just haven't decided which way I want to do it.
Right. All right.
Now, hour 3 comes up, and you think you hear something.
What is that?
Hey, tenacity. I nudge her slightly. I heard something just now. I'm trying to stare at the area where the well is, but it's too dang dark to see much.
So, roll a d20 against your intelligence. Remember, both of you do have bonuses to listen checks, and I got to be gone for like 2 minutes. Okay?
Oh,
All right. So when I come
so
back,
we
I
each
want to
roll
see
one
those roll. One d20. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Boom. Oh, it's right smack in the middle. Oh, looks like you might have better luck here, Tenacity. Ooh. This.
Did you see my steampunk dice?
Oh yeah, those look sick.
Thank you.
Very nice little theme for them. Is that what you're using for these now?
No, I'm just using the roll 20.
Yeah, understood.
I wish I could use them, but I don't see the point when we have the roll 20.
I get that.
It is a shame, though. They are pretty dice. It's a shame to just
Oh
have
yeah.
them sitting around.
How much weight do they have on them? Are they light and hollow or?
I'd have to go get them. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
I just have my fire ones here. Hang on. Let Moth know where it went.
Okay. I'll let him know if he gets back before you do.
I have them here in their little nice bag.
Nice.
They're pretty
Yeah.
light. I don't think they're
Okay.
hollow though.
Sure. I was just curious because I've seen some D20s that are heavy enough that you can knock them up. You can knock someone out if you throw it hard enough. Yeesh.
Fairly heavy, but they're pretty small.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I mean, if you see my hand there, that's my hand.
Yep.
So that's
Yep.
about their size.
That is fair enough as well.
I mean, like the D20 just fits like right in the center of the palm of my hand, and I, don't have the biggest hands.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
no
howdy,
problem.
campers. So,
Welcome back. I rolled a 10 and Tenacity rolled 16.
well, Tarkiron, you can hear
Hmm.
sounds of three somethings moving, and
Three
there's some
things.
high-pitched whispering. What you hear is, "Squee, don't leave it behind."
Well, oh,
For the heck of it, let's
voices.
just say it's towards the north.
Yep. Voices over there. I point toward the north, just by the well.
Do I hear them?
You hear a little bzz, bzz, but Tarkarian actually heard where they were. So
What are you hearing?
They're over. They came from over there, from the other side of the well. I point to the north area, around where I heard the voices coming from.
after after a couple seconds, your eyes adjust and you can see there's three goblins trying to dart through the city.
Ah, there they are. Nice. Do you see them, Tenacity? I point to where the goblins are scampering. They're making their
Yes,
way
I
through the.
can.
What do you What do you
Let's
think?
follow. Let's try to stay hidden.
I agree with that. So now
None of you
we're
has any proficiencies. You're not thieves or anything. So we're talking about a passive perception check.
okay.
For
Hmm.
goblins, what's their passive perception? Because it wasn't expecting you to try to be sneaky.
Oh,
No one's ever done that to my goblins before. Usually just kill them. Those are rats, you don't want them.
I think we've dealt with that enough last time,
That's
at
right.
least for now. If they end up polymorphing into rats or something, then we're really gonna have PTSD.
And trying to make this game fun for you, so I try
I
not
was
to do
just
TPKs.
sure.
Small
What's
size.
TPK?
Total party kill.
Oh, TPK. Yep.
It doesn't list it here, but since I have a dex of 11, that would mean to see you, they'd have to roll about 7 or under.
Oh, off of what type of die?
1d20.
Okay. So if we roll 7 or under, that means they can't hear us?
No, if they roll 7 or under, they see you exactly where they are. But right now they're too distracted. So, see, no, you don't need to roll. That's their.
Oh,
You've already seen them.
okay.
They're so busy doing what they're doing that
Okay.
they don't notice you. So they're still busy going about their business.
Mm-hmm.
We're following them.
What are they doing? I try to see. I squint my eyes to try and see what I can in this darkness, but
They're carrying a couple of sacks and leaving town
ooh,
towards the north. Oh,
after
geez,
seeing
I blew that. You know what? It should really be towards the south.
towards the south.
Yeah.
Because of the map. Heading toward Doom Range. Oh boy.
In that
That could
general
be-
direction.
Oh man. Yeah, we can work with that.
I don't think
What?
it's a good idea to follow them at night, though.
Well,
They're goblins. Trust me, you can take them.
yeah.
I know, but I wouldn't want to go into a place called Doom Mountain.
Yes, but that's like a day and a half's travel away.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
glance over it.
Let's keep following them.
Okay.
They're still muttering amongst themselves. Basically nothing of interest they're talking about, but they are definitely concerned about what they're carrying.
I glance at the items they're carrying, and I
Let's get this back to Squee!
back to. Hmm. I'm really starting to think that they are the ones we're looking for. I whisper to Tenacity. What do you think? Should we try and take them?
I think we should try to approach them, at least. We
Oh.
shouldn't try to judge them before we actually work, but before.
Oh, they heard you.
Oh.
Well, they can hear pretty good too.
Ah, darn.
And you hear a scream like a little girl.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So we see
That comes from the sack.
No, they're just going to turn and run like hell.
All right, let's get after them.
Yep. Take a second to hear the scream, and then we follow Tenacity to chase after them, I guess.
Technically, Tenacity could hunt them down really quickly, but they're more closer to your size range. Like Gnome and Goblin are about the same. So
yeah, I can see that.
You both got short legs. You're probably a little bit. Actually, what's your dex?
My dexterity
is average. So I mean, it's a dead foot race. It's not going to make any difference.
Okay.
But Tenacity can definitely overtake them. She's got the 12 dex. She's taller. What do you want to do? Because she just said she's going after them, and you can follow behind. You can try something cool because I don't know which magic spells you have prepared, which is part of the fun of this week.
Yeah, no, I think I'll just follow behind and keep watch because I'm gonna heed Tenacity's advice here.
Okay, Tenacity.
Trying to get a little more information.
Tenacity. It's going to take you about 3 rounds to catch up with them, you figure.
Okay.
But you don't really have any missile weapons, so it's basically a straight up foot race. Now,
Do you need to roll for initiative now, or?
Nope. Are you taking out a weapon? Like, are you doing anything? Or you're just going to straight try to run them down because they don't seem to have any weapons on them.
I think at the moment I'll just run at them.
Okay, it's hard to tell with the moonlight, but you're pretty darn sure. And notice that I'm not making you roll for it. It's that obvious that you're pretty darn sure.
All right.
Okay, so 3 rounds goes by. The closest one comes up, and Okay, you're within the distance to reach them. What do you want to do? You can scold them.
Uh,
You can. You can.
okay, I just ask them to stop, and then just kind of grab one. Do they have like shirts on or?
Yeah. No. We don't do
Okay.
we don't do naked goblins here.
Okay. Well, they could just be shirtless.
Oh, okay. We don't do a Playgirl model bunnies.
Anyway.
Firefighter calendar goblins. Okay, that's.
You know what?
Firefighter calendar goblins. Okay, anyway.
That's probably the most accurate comparison I've heard for that kind of thing, actually.
Anyways, let's
So
just grab the back of his shirt.
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to roll an attack. It's unarmed, so it's going to be 10. Their armor class sucks. Yeah, beat a 10.
Okay.
Roll 1d20
So-
and beat a 10.
Good job.
If anybody listening, this is not how it actually works with unarmed combat. It's just I'm making it easy.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you nearly pull his shirt off, but you get him down. Sorry.
Well, you certainly have the strength there, tenacity.
And
So,
as he's struggling in your grasp, he says, "No hurt squee, no hurt squee."
Squee. Who is Squee exactly? Am I?
I am Squee. My brothers are Squee. Squee, Squee, and Squee. Can't you hear the difference? Father is
Unfortunately, I
Squee.
cannot.
Stupid humans. First they not understand us, and then they not let us have food.
Oh,
What was that?
Humans never understand us, and then you not let us have food. We are hungry.
oh, you're
Well,
So
what
you're-
humans? Are you talking about the humans in the town?
You are human?
I'm not human. But I
And
was
neither
talking
am
about
I.
the humans in the town.
You all look the same to Squee.
Fair enough, it's night.
yeah, not much of a difference to be made in the dark. So you're just trying to get some stuff to survive on, huh?
The kobolds
Right.
raid our territory, kick us out. We have nowhere to go. So we come to town, but the humans kick us out.
Kobolds. Man.
Kobolds, even uglier than humans.
Oh man, from
Can
what
you
I
not
read,
hunt?
We try to hunt, but the bison are far away this time of year.
oh my goodness,
We don't
that's
officially have bison in the forest.
hunted by goblins.
There's
dear.
bison in the forest now. Okay.
So you guys are really just trying to make ends meet, huh? I asked them curiously.
Yes, he opens his bag and you see some meat pies and some cookies and stuff like that.
Oh, well, what do you know, tenacity? They're the meat pies that Kevin was trying to find.
I suppose we should have to. Suppose we will have to come to some agreement here. Try to figure something out.
I look back to Squee, well, one of the Squees, and ask, "Do you guys not have any money on you or anything, or?"
Money? Goblins not using money. It's little shiny things. Only humans like that.
Well, so you don't really, do you really have any on you that you just don't really use, or you just don't collect them at all?
Gold is no good for an empty stomach. We try eating it. It does not taste good.
But did you find some?
Oh, a month ago.
Do you still have them with you?
No, we threw it back.
Well,
So
you could
close.
use the gold to buy. Well, I suppose maybe the humans wouldn't be very happy about that.
if you were to, well, let me put it this way: if you were to hang on to some of that gold and do a sort of trade with the humans on it, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you guys could come to some sort of agreement.
I'm just
You,
considering if they would be welcoming to the goblins.
that is
They
true
already
too.
mentioned that they kicked him out.
That is true. You guys there, the humans here are already sadly suspicious of you three squeeze. There's got to be something we
No,
can
no.
do to try and
It's
stop
squee,
things.
squee, and squee. Our
That's
father is
what I.
squee. You know how hard it is for me to keep those straight? There's,
Um,
there's squee, 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 and oh my god, I forget the father's name now. I can only really do it when I'm in that character, but
oh man, it must be so hard to must be so hard to remember.
it is.
Yeah, I'll make. Well, now that I understand a little bit more here, I do want to see if we can at least make both parties here happy.
Yeah.
Help the goblins out and keep the townsfolk okay too. What do you think we should do? Should we just try and talk to Kevin and Karen about this in the morning with them, or
Perhaps. I think it would be better if they have some gold to apologize for anything that they've stolen before. But
mm-hmm.
that would probably be a little bit that would probably be they'd probably be a bit more agreeable then.
I agree. So question, DM, how much currency do we have in our pouches right now? I know we already gave some to Bill before. Actually,
Yep.
didn't.
Those are only coppers, though.
Oh, coppers. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
Gold. Let's pretend both of you have 25 right now.
25. Okay. All right. Um. Well, how about this, Squee? Maybe we could, maybe we could make things easier if we just let you guys hang on to a few pieces of gold, and you could see if you could try coming to some sort of agreement with the humans in the morning. A sort of trade, if you will.
Trade money for food?
Yeah,
Yes, that's what humans do.
it's something. It's something the humans would be more inclined to work with you on, at least. Could possibly clear things up between you guys.
Hmm.
Then you could tell them your side of the story and hopefully come to some sort of agreement.
Squee try.
Here, I'll give. So I'll. So I reach into my pouch and I. Hmm. Well, how are we scaling this currency here? Do you think 2 or 3 pieces of gold from the both of us would work, or does it really
You know what?
matter?
It's a good plan. I'm behind it. So yeah.
Is
Like
that fine with you, Tenacity?
That would be fine.
That's just a little bit off there. So I take out 3 pieces of gold from my pouch and I hand it to Squee. Just
this is the
hold on
best
to.
way I'm going to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Copper or pennies. And I'm
Yep.
just keeping this easy. People are going to be shouting, "This is not how things work." Well, this is the way it works in my world.
Sure.
Coppers are pennies, silvers are dollars, and
Uh huh.
gold is like $100 bill.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So don't worry, there's plenty of gold out there. Remember,
Okay.
to buy a full set of plate is like 300 gold. So that's full plate
Oh, okay.
armor. That's a lot more than $300.
I see. I see.
But 30,000, you're going to get a good set of plate.
Okay. So I hand over 3 pieces of gold to Squee. Just hang on to this until the morning, and then we can talk to the humans and get things sorted out with you guys. All right?
Squee do.
Well, let's ask them to. We'll meet them at the well in the morning.
That's a
About
good
when the sun
idea.
rises, or when do you think?
I think at the break of dawn should be fine. That's when everyone starts waking up and getting ready for work.
All right. Well, let's make sure that. How close is the forest to the well?
Let me check on
You can be
Is
back
the
there
is
within
the
like a 10-minute walk.
Okay. I just want to be sure because I think the human. I think maybe they should wait at the edge of the forest, and then we can see them from the well, and we can escort them into town. Because I don't think the humans would be very happy to just see the
True.
goblins coming.
see them out in the open. Yeah,
Yeah.
just give them a little cover, make it easier for them to get in. Yeah, that's fine. So,
Squee says, Squee come back, but Squee must feed Papa Squee, Mama Squee, and cousin, sister, wife Squee.
that is a
All
lot
right.
of squeeze.
That last
But-
one was all the same. Hey, there's Hellbilly Squeeze.
Little, yep, little squeeze.
mixed squee.
Yep. So, if you, so we'll meet you back here in the morning when you guys talk to the rest of your squeeze. Hoping you guys will make it.
Thank you. Squee out.
Squee out.
Oh. Then they just I just picture them doing like a Snagglepuss exit, like exit squee out. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard voice to do.
Heavens to Murgatroyds, I'm being kidnapped. Exit stage left. I don't know.
Stage left even.
Stage left even. Yep. That's good though. I'm starting to take a liking to these squeeze. After the session's over, I really want to tell you about a joke about. I really have an out of game question to ask about Squee after the session.
You could just type it up in Discord.
Yeah.
Sure. It's not even anything pivotal. I'm just wondering if my hunch is right.
Well, I'll be honest. In my games, the goblins are rarely the bad guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like most people depict them as evil and conniving, and in my games, they're just barely surviving. So, because there's so many other bloody monsters, do you think they wouldn't be picked on?
Sure. I'm just wondering if if you got the name Squee from what I think you got it from.
Yep, you're allowed to steal from that game. I'm allowed to steal from it too.
What
Fair
game?
enough. Fair enough. And just like in that
Oh,
game,
is
these
it?
goblins.
Is that WoW?
No, it's Magic the
Magic
Gathering.
Okay.
Okay, I just want.
I
I just
wouldn't
want.
know. I'm not geeky enough.
Now that I know that, I really know how these goblins are, and yeah, squeeze. You can't kill them. You can't. But yeah, so the squeeze take off to meet
Yep.
their other squeeze. Yeah,
It's
and so
about 4 o'clock in the morning. So
okay. So what should we do until dawn? Should we just return to the inn, or what do you think?
Perhaps we should get some rest.
I hope we see them in the morning. They do seem like they need it. I say as we make our way back to the Bison's Head Inn.
So you manage to get to sleep for the couple hours that you do. And as the sun rises, I'm assuming that you're going to wake up at the crack of dawn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I hop out of bed and I take a peek out the window and I see just to look down by the well and see if there's any activity near it.
You know what? You did something by accident, but I'm going to take advantage of it.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Well, you guys left Pinnacle behind in the tavern.
Oh no, Pinnacle!
No, this is good. So that way he wakes up at dawn, he's hungry, so he pokes you. That way you don't need an alarm.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, you've both been tired before. You don't want to wake up, but Pinnacle's hungry. He wants to go get something. He or she? Did we ever decide whether it's a he or she?
I was saying he.
He? Okay.
I think it was he.
So, he wants to go hunting, but he doesn't want to leave you alone, so he's just basically asking, is it okay if I go?
All right, you can go hunting.
Okay. He brings back, well, actually, while you're gone, he brings back some sort of bunny, and you're going to find that carcass in your room when you get back.
Oh,
Okay.
that's gonna be an interesting sight to see. Well, happy hunting, Pinnacle. I call as he leaves. I call just before he flies out.
So you go out in the middle of the night. Sorry, in the middle of at first light. Let's say at first light.
Middle
Sure.
of the night.
Crack of
Are you
dawn.
having trouble with between night and day here too?
Yeah. You guys were so tired you slept till the next day, but fortunately so did everybody else.
Okay,
All right.
so crack
Anyway.
of dawn. We're heading out to the well.
You're heading out to the well, but I thought you said you're going to go to the forest.
Well, we were going to go to the well and then we were going to see the goblins
Okay.
from the well.
Okay.
That's
We're
what I
gonna
was thinking.
We're gonna scout out We're gonna scout out the forest from around the well to see if the goblins showed up. Make our way.
They have showed up, but I'm just trying to debate in my head. Goblins are pretty short, and a 10-minute walk, whether you could really see them.
I see.
What the hell?
Maybe they-
It's fantasy. I'm going to let you see them.
Or maybe you can just have a couple of shrubberies rustle to indicate movement. I don't know. We'll just go with that. We'll just go with what you want to do. That's fine.
Hello there.
Squee, you guys there? Call softly to the forest upon seeing them.
Squee can't hear you. Speak louder.
Wee.
Weird sense of humor, these three. The same as we. I mumbled to myself as we approach the source of the squee voices.
So yeah, they're there, and they're carrying the gold literally in their outstretched hands as if they don't know what to do with it.
All right. Well,
All right. So
let's nest in.
I think we should bring them to the. Let's bring them to Kevin and Karen and try to keep things calm and have them apologize and hand them some gold.
I
Okay.
think that is good.
Incredibly conveniently, nobody passes you, so that way you don't have to roleplay anything. You step right into,
It really
into
is the crack of dawn, so everyone's sleeping in. Huh?
except for Kevin and Karen. This is why they're such nasty people, because they don't sleep.
Oh, yep. Indeed. So we make our way back to.
Kevin looks at you walk in the door, and he kind of nods his head, and his wife basically ignores you. And then they notice the goblins walking in. What are you doing with that filth?
Well, we have a little. Something needs to be righted here. A wrong needs to be righted.
I think we may have found the answer to one of your questions, and we're hoping to make things turn out okay for both sides here. And look over to the three skins.
We're trying to make things right.
Karen looks at you and in her most shrill voice, "Get them out of here. We don't serve their kind here."
Well, not. You don't need to serve them. They just want to apologize for what they've done. They have some gold here.
Kevin says, "I knew it. They were stealing the gold."
But not
The
without.
gold. This is our gold. They were the ones who stole the meat pies and the cookies.
They were.
They want to apologize.
Karen says, "And the gold. We can see it in their hands."
That's our gold. We gave it to them.
Right.
Kevin pats her on the shoulders and says, "Go upstairs for a minute, honey. I'll handle this." She's not happy at all, but she's going upstairs.
So I look I look over to Kevin and say, "Yeah, these goblins have been trying to get by. We were able to catch them in the middle of the night, and we got their side of the story. We were able to catch them with the bag of food that they were taking. These three, they're scrounging there. They barely have anything aside from each other and what food they are able to get from here. All we're trying to do is maybe kind of make things easier for them and possibly help you guys out too by doing so."
Kevin looks at them. Yeah, let's see. Oh, normally natural 20s don't count, but I'm going to let this one stand. Yes, I brought my dice downstairs. That way I can make real rolls instead of... And you just rolled a natural 20 persuasion.
Oh, that's right. That would have been a charisma roll. Huh?
Yeah, but I decided to do it as a hidden one because it's kind of how you're persuading, kind of how Kevin feels. Now, the way persuasion works, it doesn't mean an automatic success. It means it takes him from hostile to neutral, or from neutral to, amenable.
Mm-hmm.
But you've taken him from...
Right?
Sorry?
Amiable.
Amiable, yes. So you've taken him to neutral and he's listening, which is a big deal.
Okay, I'll be sure to keep that in mind for future rolls.
Yeah. Because they always talk about, the dragon was coming down, breathing fire and everything. Somebody rolled a natural 20 and suddenly the dragon became their friend. No. The dragon is not going to hurt them, but he's not going to help them. And then amiable will help you and won't hurt you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the least understood checks in D&D for some reason when it's so darn simple. There's 3 stages. But anyways, you rolled so good, I'm making sure that Kevin is completely neutral and listening.
Okay. So that was my roll, I guess. My hidden roll.
So what do you think, Kevin? Will you accept their apology and some of their gold?
I'll always accept gold. And maybe we can work out something to trade with. I mean, if they keep getting gold, I'm going to give them food.
All right. Well,
I look over to Squee to see how they're taking the news. Does that sound doable to you three?
They seem pretty excited. Yes, yes. Take shiny stuff. Take shiny stuff. Give food.
All right. Well, I do want to add though. Make sure that you take it from the wild and not from any of the townspeople, because I believe there is another incident that we will need to solve.
It's true. And however you get your gold, try not to steal it from people. Try not to take it from those who already have them, unless they willingly give it to you, I suppose. But pretty much the case.
Squee says, we're not able to farm gold. Kevin says, maybe we could do a deal. I mean, I would love to have some wild mushrooms and wild garlic picked, and it's a pain in the butt to either bribe Bill with beer to go out and do them, or go out myself. Maybe we could work something out.
I suppose that could work. What do you think, Squee?
Squee love garlic.
Think you could.
Well, I suppose you wouldn't want to eat it though. Are you able to just find some and bring it to this man?
Yes, Squee can find garlic.
All right.
So what?
How about you find him some wild garlic and mushrooms, and perhaps you can trade it with him for food.
Squee's jumping up and down. Yes, Squee do that.
All right.
Sounds like we're getting closer to an accord here. What do you think, Kevin? The goblins seem eager to scout out the food supplies you need, all in exchange for.
Kevin says,
"Would this be another roll?"
No. As far as I'm concerned, the roll is good enough. And after this,
Okay.
it's pure role play.
Okay. So yeah, what do you think, Kevin? The goblins these three seem eager enough to help you find the food supplies you need for your line. You think you could just trade some food with them in exchange?
Kevin holds his hand out in roughly a saucer shape, looks at Squee and says, "Bring back this much garlic, and I'll give you some pies and cakes." And Squee says, "Squee fine, Squee fine."
Okay. Well,
Squee
that's good.
runs off.
Looks like you got yourself 3 additional helpers now, Kevin.
Kevin says, "Yes, but I'm still wondering if they didn't take the gold, who did?"
Yes, that it seems to be another problem. Who did you? Was the gold stolen from you, or was it stolen from someone else? What happened in that scenario?
That was from my friend Kareem over at the general store.
All right, maybe we will go talk to him.
Sure, why not? Make up another voice.
I don't know
Karim.
who else better to talk to.
With a name like Karim, it sounds like he'd be from somewhere in the Middle East. I don't know though.
Or Iran, or India, or Pakistan. There's lots of Kareems.
It's that general store guy from that movie we watched.
Oh.
Sharpen up for ya.
Ooh.
Do you remember
sorry.
that movie, Mike?
Which movie? Say again.
From Hell. That one that was that weird western or whatever. That
Oh.
was just-
Like that's like the one that was making fun of all the westerns, and at the end everyone just kills each other.
Yeah, and then you have the hardware store guy
Oh
that's
yeah, that
somehow
guy.
Indian and
Yeah, I can kind of picture that for Karim, but we'll figure it
that
out.
was
as we
a
go.
weird movie. I'm sorry, just a little side chat there.
Nope.
It helps with the visualization.
Yeah. Part of D&D is the side conversations. I said a lot of DMs are obsessed. You're wasting time. And you know what? The purpose of D&D is to socialize.
Precisely.
So,
Yep.
like, we got off track earlier. You saw how quickly I could get you back on track. Nobody felt slighted. So nobody felt anything. It was just, oh yeah.
Yep.
Crack the whip. You guys jump right back in. So I don't care. And also, when we're doing this, you're using your imagination, you're role playing, you're trying to visualize everything. It is tiring. I don't care what people say. It's like playing magic is tiring.
Oh, it wasn't From Hell, it was Straight to Hell. That was
Straight to hell. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Moth. It definitely has a bit more of a toll than you think. So it's nice to have these little booms, if you will.
I don't know if you've seen that movie Moth, but it's a really weird movie.
I can't tell you for sure. Let me put it this way. I have never seen Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I'm right there. I'm right there with you. Then I haven't seen that either.
Well, no. Here's the funny thing. I own the DVD. I've put it in constantly, but usually when I get the inclination to watch it, can't really watch it with a 9-year-old. Quentin Tarantino dialogue. My wife is Filipina, so it doesn't really work for her.
Sure.
Yeah.
Usually it's on Friday.
Blueberry pancakes.
Usually it's on Friday when I've had a little bit to drink. So even though I've experienced the movie a whole bunch of times, I have never seen it.
I see.
Because I collapse somewhere in the middle. The little bits and clips that I remember are spectacular, but I've never seen it.
Sure.
Yeah. I have Brokeback Mountain in my DVD collection. I've never seen it. I read the short story, but I've never watched it.
Brokeback Mountain. I haven't seen that either.
I've heard the short story. The short story is actually it's sad, but it's pretty sweet. So.
One of these days, I'll have to peek at it. So we're off to see Kareem, I guess.
Kareem at the general store.
Yep.
All right.
Hmm.
Do we? I think we're good with Kevin, right? We got him working with the goblins
Yep.
and everything. Okay.
They seem to be understanding each other.
Okay,
All right.
that'll
Cool.
help.
Ooh,
So,
and I just realized how to work this all out. Okay, so
hmm,
just as you're about to leave, you see a man come in. He's dressed a little bit flamboyantly. Definitely sticks out like a sore thumb.
hmm.
And he looks at the two of you. Where are the two of you going?
Oh, we were. Well, we were actually gonna stop by the shop, by your shop here in town.
Hmm.
Want to see if we can talk to
Are we
someone
sure
over
that's
there.
Kareem?
It's he hasn't introduced himself, but he's wearing like a big showy red scarf and a little bit of a bandana.
Okay.
All right, but we don't know if that's the general store manager.
No,
Nope.
he says,
That's
Yeah.
why.
by any chance, would you be going to the town named next page Fayetteville?
No, not quite yet.
That's the first time I've heard of that name. To be honest,
No, it
can't
is
say we
not.
are. Wait,
What?
what town did you say?
Fayetteville. My brother is there, and I'm afraid he's gotten a little bit out of his mind.
Oh, Lyetteville.
Hmm.
What's
Oh,
happening with your brother?
he's also wearing a big ruby ring that doesn't look quite right for him, but
Oh,
my brother, Maurice, he fell in love with this girl named Loretta. And they planted this apple tree just outside of Fayetteville. He thinks it's he thinks it is what binds him to her, but it's a cursed plant. So I need somebody to go to Fayetteville, cut that apple tree down. And when they return to me and show me the apples, I will give them a reward.
oh,
Hmm.
a reward, you say? I look over at Tenacity. What are you thinking about this?
I mean, I suppose we could do that, but I thought we were going to see about this gold problem first.
Patrice says, I'm in no hurry. My brother's been out of his mind for years with this Fayetta, or sorry, Loretta.
Glorietta. Well,
All right. Well, we'll probably head there next. Right now, though, we're trying to solve the mystery here.
Hmm.
Have you heard anything? There was the man at the general store. Well, Kevin here says that the man at the general store is missing some gold.
I do not bother myself with the worries of these peasants.
All
that
right.
type of thing.
Well,
Well,
fair enough then. I just thought I would ask.
tell you what, sir. Once we take care of what we need to here in town, we'll see about this tree problem of yours.
Very well. I shall be in the tavern.
All right.
All right,
Because I don't want to make up any more buildings.
sounds fine. That sounds fine to me. So now,
Go
so
talk to the man in the general store.
so after talking with that guy, we head over to the general store to find Kareem.
Yep. Come in, my good friends. Welcome to the general store. What can I help you with?
Well, we were actually hoping if we could help you. You heard you were missing some gold?
Gold and cookies. You see, my wife, she makes these wonderful cookies. Wonderful. And I was saving them for the end of my shift yesterday. And just after I was cleaning everything up, I noticed I was missing 5 gold, and my cookies were gone. I think it was those goblins, the same ones that are torturing my friend Kevin.
Oh, Squee.
I do
Well,
not
Talking
perhaps
about-
we.
I do not know their names. They're goblins. They're greedy, selfish people.
Well, let's see here. Oh, sorry.
The goblins wouldn't have stolen the gold, though. They don't know. They don't quite know what it is, as we found out.
They don't understand. They don't see gold the same way that we do. To them, it's just stuff on the ground for them to pick up, try and eat, and then move on.
Well,
So,
who else could it be?
That's what we'll try to find out, sir.
that is what we wish to assist you on. We too want to know just who is taking what in this town.
Well, that lousy Bill, he takes everything for himself.
No.
Has he been asking you for a lot of stuff lately?
Oh, he comes in every single day.
Does he ask you for things like food
Oh,
or?
never food, but coppers, anything I can spare. If I have a little bit of merchandise with a scratch on it, he tries to convince me it's damaged and to give it to him for free.
Oh, he's that kind of person.
Very, very conniving, from the sound of it. If we see him again, we'll see.
Was the
Well,
gold?
maybe-
Was the gold sitting on the counter here?
No,
Or was
but
it sitting?
when there's no one in the shop, you know, sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes you have needs that must be taken care of.
So, whoever or whatever it is that's taking the gold, they're waiting for just the right moment to strike. And I wonder.
Maybe we could put one of our gold pieces here and see if anyone shows up.
But of course,
Hide out.
I
just
always
hide
allow
out.
customers to leave gold with me.
Well, I was thinking more that it could be towards the end of the day. You could be working around in your shop, and we can just hide out and see if we see anybody try to steal anything.
Oh, but of course. And perhaps while I'm here, I could interest a lady like you in some stylish headgear.
Oh,
Not quite yet. I think I want to focus more on this issue here at the moment.
And young man, your robe looks a little bit worn. I have a whole bunch of cloaks in the back. I could find something in your size.
oh. Well, since we have a little time before closing, I suppose a little browsing wouldn't hurt. What do you think, Tenacity?
Well, I suppose we do have time. I don't know. My mind's more on the mystery here.
Mm-hmm. And we already know what we plan to do to lure this next thief out. Unfortunately, we can't accelerate time any more than we are.
Well, yeah, you guys are exhausted from not sleeping last night, and it's still early in the morning. Like, at most, we're talking 10 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you saying? We just browse around and see what Kareem has to offer, then we can just prepare for our next move.
I suppose we can do that.
If you have coin, Kareem has wares. I know that's not the mean.
You know what? We'll go with that. That'd be a nice little slogan for a shop. You have the coin, Kareem has the wares. Come in and browse. I don't know, but I would like to see what Kareem has to offer as far as robes and such, or whatever it is he has.
Think about everything from the coarsest cloth to the finest silk. He has it all.
Oh wow, he really.
What does he have in terms of like weapons or armor or anything?
Pretty much the same that you have, except a little bit nicer.
But like with axes, it would be a little bit of a nicer axe.
A nicer looking axe.
Does he have
Because
any wands?
you coming from a barbarian tribe, you not saying anything against barbarian craftsmen, but the same token, barbarian civilizations tend to make things functional. Whereas in more civilized area, they make them more, form.
Yeah.
So you can get a prettier one, but right now I'm not. Well, there is a chance I'll be passing out some magic items later, but that would really be hard to do. But we'll see.
So is it mainly just like attire for the time being then?
That's probably your best action so that we can time skip up ahead. And
Sure. I would like to see. I I am curious as to what type of robes and stuff that Kareem has in this shop. Looks like he has quite a bit.
yes.
We can just spend time looking through that.
So try to imagine a
But,
fancy robe and he has it.
yep. Hmm. Ooh.
I think right now I would just want a better shield. Because I still just have the freaking tree bark shield.
You just have a piece of wood as a shield.
Well, let's see. What still qualifies as a medium shield that's not ridiculously expensive and does not exist in the monster manual? Sorry, just give me a second. Flipping.
Sure.
Because I have ideas, but
I'm kind of looking. I'm kind of peeking at something here too. Yeah.
classes, skills.
Man, that's a pretty complex set there. Oh, that's Doctor Strange's. I see. Dang.
Yeah. It'll be a little bit before you start traveling the multiverse.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Traveling the multiverse.
But what do you think? Would something like this be something we could find in the shop?
Absolutely.
Right. I have a feeling Tarkirian will be picking out a set of robes that looks like this, something a little bit better looking than his current shabby ones, I guess, after being roughed up by the rats. Or at least that's what he has his eye on. As far as currency goes, that's yet to be talked about, I'm guessing.
Well,
Are there
considering that
Go
tenacity
ahead.
can get a light steel shield for 9 gold pieces, I'm pretty sure you could get one of those robes for roughly the same.
Oh, that's completely doable.
All right.
Well, we're talking simple robes; they're not magical or anything, and
Just
so
just
I'm
an
not,
attire change.
yeah, I'm not gonna
Okay,
completely destroy you in terms of price.
sure. Just want
Okay,
something to kind of stylize a little bit better.
nothing wrong with stylizing your character. Absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Who the hell just sent me a message? Liz, did you send me? No?
No, I don't think so.
I know Mike didn't. Well, aside from the robes. By the way, are you going red or green on those?
Uh, I think I'll go green. I
Here.
know blue's my favorite color usually, but I'll stick with green here.
I don't see anything in the message on Facebook or
I have like 15 things that I do on Discord.
Yeah,
okay.
So
I
your
put the
lights.
image on.
So Liz,
Mm-hmm.
you buy the light shield. I guess you put your shield on the fire. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Fitting in
the
for
the
such a
place
wooden
the
sheet.
place gets a little warmer, and you're going to get a +1 to your armor class. So it's
Okay.
actually a +2. Your shield is +2, but your simple wooden one was +1, so you only add 1 as well.
Okay.
Okay. So
Did
the
that-
armor class is 14 here, and I just add a +2 to it.
Didn't we give you armor class? You know what? Fine, your armor class is 16. I'm not going to complain because that makes
Well, I'm just looking at the armor class here, and I think I think I had like a leather armor,
hide.
and yeah, because I hide armor, and then you said that was 14,
Yep.
and so I just would add 2 to that, right?
Yes.
With the shield. Okay.
Okay.
And that's a light shield.
Light iron or steel? I'm going to say steel.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you guys definitely need armor class. I'm trying to figure out how to give Tarkarian a better armor class.
Okay.
Well, there's what is it? Mage armor at level 1, level 2. You should really look into blur.
Into what now?
Blur.
Oh, blur.
Not song 2, but
Hmm.
there's a spell called blur. It blurs your outlines, so it gives an enemy a really hard time to hit you.
Oh, okay. I see.
But I'm pretty sure there's mage armor or something. Why am I looking at books like it's like 1997? There's this thing called the internet now. See, on a druid, I'm way more familiar with the cleric magic than I am with the wizard magic.
Oh,
Well, because I played a druid for the longest time.
oh yeah. That's
Oh yeah, mage armor.
Hmm.
First level duration 8 hours. Wow. Oh, and you get to touch, so you can even make her.
Oh, so I can
Your
pass
base
this buff on to my party mates.
Your base armor is 13 plus dexterity modifier. Huh, that's not bad. But the spell ends if you don armor. So if you put armor on, it goes.
Oh.
So yeah, remember I was telling you to look into the spells? Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
That one's good. Magic Missile is good. Sleep is good.
Yeah, there's a lot of spells on that list there.
That's the problem. It's research. Like I could read out the ones that I think are good, but I like creative uses more. Like those goblins, if you had a sleep spell, you probably could have area of affected them. And all 3 of them would have probably gone down because I think it's 4 hit dice to go to sleep off the top of my head. No matter what, I really didn't want you fighting them, which I'm glad you didn't.
Yep.
Nice.
Sorry, I was distracted from something. Can you guys catch me up? My dad messaged me here.
Oh, I was just explaining some spells to Mike and how they operate.
Okay. Some specific spells here, because when I looked that stuff up a little while back, there was a heck of a lot to choose from.
Yeah, and since you're not really experienced, I don't blame you for going glassy-eyed at it. But Magic Missile, as far as I know, there's only 3 things in the game that can stop it, so it's always a good one.
Yep, I know that's the one you recommended.
Yep. And then sleep, you can make all sorts of stupid stuff happen with sleep, although a lot of people can resist it. Mage armor and blur, but you don't get that till level 2, which is not the same as you reaching level 2.
Okay.
Yeah, you become level 2, you get more level 1 spells. I think it's level 3 or 4, you get level 2 spells.
Okay.
Because once you hit level 8 spells, they get disgusting.
Ooh.
Things like wish.
Oh, dude. I wonder if it's as strong as it sounds like it is.
It is, but it's up to my interpretation.
Okay, that's up. So there's even more flexibility there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people tell you. I'm going to tell you it'll be very hard for you to ever get that.
Okay.
Because theoretically, you're supposed to research spells, but since we're level 1, I'm just saying right now the spell book is open to you because most of these things are so common. You know, anybody, despite your background, anybody with the basic knowledge would understand the basics. Like, animate dead would be hard because you'd have to go to a necromancer, and the only necromancer locally doesn't really like you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're talking about the body snatcher guy?
Yeah. I'm Ronnie the Body Snatcher!
Man.
He also really dislikes barbarians.
How common is the necromancy here anyways? In this world? Are there a lot of necromancers around?
More than you'd like, but at the same token, like you're not going to trip over them all over the place. Now, the undead are much more common because the necromancer just has to animate them. He doesn't have to control them.
Oh.
Okay.
And then there's things like liches and vampires and stuff that like resurrect themselves. So
Oh,
you don't need a necromancer to have them around.
I see.
Do vampires work on classic rules here, like stake through the heart and stuff like that? Garlic.
I'm going to tell you a story. I was running a different system, but
Okay.
basically it was a one shot. It was a group of level ones, and the end of it was supposed to be there was this. They were exploring this old haunted house, and this was taking place in like the 1940s and 1950s. So I was having some real fun, and the end of it was they unlocked the secret door, and there was a coffin that, as they opened the door of it opened up. Like this is going to be the big fight. They found all their weapons and everything. I'm like, this is great. Well, there was 4 people in the party. 2 of them grabbed the vampire before he could fully reanimate, threw him into the fireplace. The other 2 grabbed the tools and kept him in there. And I'm like, yeah, that works. I had this
All right.
whole grand plan. It was just like, yeah, he's dead.
That sounds like something you'd see in Family Guy.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
just wonder. Like, it is kind of weird that vampires are not good with sunlight, but like fire, they're okay with.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little bit weird. And then there's the whole moonlight thing, because moonlight is just
It's
affected
reflected
sunlight.
sunlight. Little
Vampires are
nuances like
weird.
that. At least they don't sparkle.
Yes, not well. He smoldered.
Moldered and burned and everything in between,
See,
but he
because-
didn't sparkle.
Theoretically, I could have invoked some sort of fire immunity and everything, but they were just going to keep him in there. I'm like, okay.
All
Hey,
right.
I had another campaign where this is a futuristic one, and they found a spaceship, and I knew the guys like to screw around, the guys and girls. So I welded the crew's faces to the panels so that way they couldn't decide to play with the buttons. One of them got out of his knife and ripped the guy's faces off the panels. I was just like, Jesus Christ. Can you guys just leave something alone?
Oh man, this guy. He sounds like he'd be really fun to hang out with.
So
Ooh.
you guys are easy. I just got to encourage you a little more.
Yep.
And believe me,
Well-
that failure is on my fault, not on yours.
Oh. Yeah.
But I'm hoping I'm
Well,
giving
I'm sure I'll learn as we go anyway. I'm brand new to this anyway, so I'm doing best I can.
not just you. It's in general. You guys don't know my style. You don't know my quirks, and I've got to get comfortable with you guys too, because believe me, I get a little bit of performance anxiety before I come on. You can't tell because my voice always sounds like this. But
Well,
oh,
no
yeah,
judging from us.
you've done squee, squee, and squee. Sorry, I'm just updating my records where I'm here. Oh yes, 2 things I haven't really done. So you've rested, you've showered, you've shaved, whatever the heck you need to do.
Yep. Did some shopping, found some gear.
Yep.
Yeah, Nessie got a shield. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Were you trying to work something in for the mage armor, or is this just completely a cosmetic?
No, the mage armor is a spell that you would have to
okay.
learn, but it's level 1. So just something to. I don't think we're going to go into combat this session at all at this point, but
Okay. I guess my question would be, how would it work if I wanted to start researching the spell? Would that actually take time in the session?
no, I would do that as a fade to black kind of thing. Or
Oh, okay.
or I'd have you discover a scroll, and then you can either use the scroll and the scroll consumes itself and say a fireball. Or you can
Okay.
take the time, you can write that in your magic book because you have a tome of magic and you write your spells down. So every day you look at that book and you're like, okay, I'm memorizing 3 magic missiles, 2 sleep, and a suggestion.
Okay.
So one day I don't think I would ever be so evil as to steal your spell book or burn it, but some DMs will do that.
I can believe it, honestly. Yeah. Yep. You meet all sorts of people in these things. But I'm glad this group is very chill.
We're all mature adults. Now,
To be,
You got-
well, one of those words is debatable, but I'll go with it. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It's very good to work with.
Actually
While
figured
we're
out how to
talking,
work something else out in this. Okay, so you set your coin as a trap.
Yep.
And then you said you were going to wait behind the counter, wait.
Yep. Probably just wait behind the counter or go in the back room where.
Is there like a barrel we could hide behind?
They rolled out the barrel.
So we
Okay,
just
so there
place our
could
coin there.
so we
Nobody here's Irish? Damn it.
Sorry, we're Americans.
You're on the wrong side of the border.
My ancestry is German and Norwegian, so
Yep, we beat both of you.
My ancestry's Filipino.
Oh, got two of them upstairs.
But yeah, so we take cover behind this barrel.
Yep.
Just keep an eye out on the coin and see what the heck happens in the shop while Karina's out.
freaking just grab it when the guy comes in and throw it like Donkey Kong.
I'm looking while we're going through this. I'm checking out more of the spells here just to see what the heck we could, just to get an idea for future sessions. So what's happening? What happens next here?
Cream locks up, and as he's going out, he says, thank you, and then locks up. He's gone for about 10, 15 minutes, and then you're the keys back in the door.
Oh.
It opens.
Mm-hmm.
And who do you see? Who do you see walking in? Then Bill. He reaches up, grabs the gold coin, says, "Must be my lucky day."
Diving a little. So what should we do here?
Right now, you're behind the counter, just as he's grabbed it. So
I don't know. I'm feeling a little annoyed at Bill's, I don't know, seemingly two-faced nature here. But then again, I can't really make any judgment. But at the same time, I don't want to let him get away. What do you think, Tenacity? What are you feeling?
well, he's about to turn and walk out the door. So if you guys are having a conversation in character, he's going to run.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just chase after him and grab him by the arm there. What are you doing?
You're close enough. Roll me a grapple. So 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Roll higher than a 10.
Higher
Sounds like
than a 10?
Yes.
So roll a 1d20?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. What
You
got?
grappled him.
Oh, sorry.
He is, of course, using every possible swear word known to humanity in that time period.
Hang on a moment. I think I'm doing the roll wrong. What is it again? Oh,
No,
it's
you got it.
before.
Yep.
No, that's my one from before.
Oh, it is? Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I didn't get him.
Missed.
The one time where it's
Wait
not
a
lucky
second.
number.
Did you add your +3 for your strength?
No, I did not.
So, you got him.
What are you doing, Bill?
You conniving little thief, I say as I come out from behind the counter to face him after you've grappled him. What's happening here, huh?
I didn't mean it. I'm sleepwalking. Yes, I'm sleepwalking.
Seem awfully awake for someone who's supposed to be sleepwalking. What were you gonna do with that gold coin, huh?
I'll be honest. I need it to keep going. I barely have anywhere to live.
Need the gold to keep going, or need the alcohol to keep going?
Well, to be honest, both. By the way, I watched a documentary on this today. That's actually, people expected that.
People expected what?
people needed their alcohol to keep going on because the water was so terrible that without having alcohol to either mix into it or to drink, then they would.
Ah.
And you know, if they ever stopped, they get the DTS, delirium tremens, and drop dead.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
so we're talking about like back in the medieval time.
Yeah, because if you notice, they even gave children what's called small beer, which is like really super light beer, but it's still 2-3%.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that this one time this king tried to get the peasants to switch to tea, and like a whole bunch of them died because
Yeah.
they got most of their nutrition from the beer.
Yeah, so I might
Oh, that's cool.
I might sound like I'm humoring myself as the alcohol enjoyer that I am, but yeah, no, here I'm serious. This guy is a
Well-
flaming alcoholic, and
There's more context to
I'm
this.
not.
I
I'm
get
not
it.
going to judge him for the alcoholism if
Yeah.
he's homeless, but
Me neither.
judge him all you like, but I trust me. If the character gets offended, I don't.
Wow.
Remember how much power I have in this world. You know,
It's true. That is
He's-
true. Then.
he's now a frog. He's now a sheep. He just became a person again. Very confused person, but a person.
Yeah.
Remember,
But still.
I
That's-
I literally control the gods. That's why I don't understand why DMs want to like. I'll put a player in, and like, you're gonna meet somebody, and pretty much all he's ever gonna say is that sounds wise or that doesn't sound wise.
Huh.
Because, you know, DMs want to put their characters in, and like they want to showcase how cool their characters are, and like, no, he's gonna say that doesn't sound wise. That does sound wise. Otherwise, it's me talking to myself.
Sure. Ugh.
have you tried to find any work, Bill? Or
There's
Looks like there's plenty
there's
of
no
them.
work in this place.
Well, I
can
don't know, we were able-
understand that.
well, we were able to help. We were able to help those goblins get pretty much employed earlier, didn't we? Surely we can do something for him.
Yes, but it's a point of whether he wants help. Remember what Kevin said earlier that well, I don't know what Bill's situation is here, but I
Hmm.
heard Kevin said that he would ask you to go to get mushrooms and garlic in the forest, but you had trouble doing that.
Well, that's because they're tasty.
Ah,
Oh,
I suppose that
gosh,
could
no.
make sense.
Yep,
So
Mr.
drinks
Mr.
and mushrooms.
Mr. No Impulse Control. Yep.
I suppose
does.
I suppose I could understand that. Have you tried to go to any other towns, or?
Look at me. I'm old. I'm fat. If I made it halfway there, I'd be dead.
That is fair.
That's really a predicament, then. Have you?
Well, perhaps he could come with us to Fayetteville. We could help him there. Fight off anything.
And there is something that we were supposed to do on the way there. Perhaps could accompany us in case anything goes awry.
You know what? My mother used to tell me I needed a new start. You know, back when she was talking to me. Maybe that's a
know
good
why I
idea.
I don't know why I
Alright.
laughed at that, but
Oh,
Yeah.
you should have seen the smile. I was not expecting for you guys to offer him to go to Fayetteville. You should have seen. I was grinning like the Cheshire Cat, going, I did not see this coming, but this works so well for something else.
we shall continue carrying on as we are then. So
But
yeah,
you probably should. Well, that was our gold, right?
Oh, yeah, that was your gold.
that was our goal that we left on the counter. Yep.
Yeah.
So while you're talking, Kareem comes back and it says, Bill, you lousy little thief. I knew it was you.
Bill, what do you have? What do you have to say to Kareen here?
He's not even looking up.
Come on, Bill. I pat him on the head. I slap him on the head lightly.
I'm
All you gotta do is tell.
I'm
All you gotta do
sorry.
is clear things up with Kareem. Then we can get on the move.
I'm sorry.
Hmm. Look over to Kareem.
What do you
Well, I
intend?
suppose
What do you intend to do with this lying, stealing, thief thing?
Hmm.
thing. This
Well, perhaps
objection
if
that
he
is
finds
not even.
employment in Fayetteville, he could pay back the money he stole.
I do not care as long as I do not see him in my shop again. You two are welcome anytime.
Hmm.
All right.
I
But
nod at
Well, I
Kareem. And,
suppose.
yep. Yep. Go on. Sorry.
All right. Well, if you want to clear your conscience, Bill, you can probably find some employment in Fayetteville and come back here and repay him. If would you want that, Kareen, or would you just want him to stay away?
if you are taking him to Fayetteville, I say why stop there? Go straight to the capital, or even better, go to St. Ives and push him directly off the pier.
All
Very
right. Well, I
descriptive.
guess he just wanted you to disappear then.
Pat Bill on the shoulder. Sorry for your story, man, friend. But we'll help you find something better. Something to help you get started again.
This is the first time anybody's had pity on me. I don't know what to say.
You'll find that by doing things, there's a lot more you could say. I don't know why I said that.
That's okay. Bill's just going to follow you a little bit silently for now.
Yep.
So I assume you want to wrap things up in Haydenburg. So
Yeah.
probably should go back and talk to Patrice.
Patrice.
Yeah. Patrice, who wants you to cut down the apple tree.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Oh yes.
I thought we already said we would go on his quest.
Yeah, it's worth talking to him for a minute.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. We can touch base with him there.
So you walk
Well,
in.
we'll hit.
You walk
Yep.
in. You see Patrice sipping some kind of brandy. I don't know. Think of a snobby drink in the medieval times.
He's just chugging down a keg of beer or something. I'm not sure.
That would be funny. Just this guy just randomly chugging down a keg of beer.
Anyway, so it is Patrice that we want to see.
Yes. So Patrice says, "Ah, have you come from Fayetteville already? Did you bring me an apple?"
Not yet, but we're about to head there. We accept your quest and we shall go and chop down this tree. How will we know which tree it is?
It's right outside of town, or first thing on the road in. But just so I know, may I get your names?
I would be Tarkirian.
Pleased to meet you, Tarkirian.
Likewise, Patrice.
My name is Tenacity.
Tenacity is a pretty girl's name, but what's your last name?
Hyserion.
Hyserion. No, you don't sound like anybody I need to be concerned with. Got a growling voice behind you, but I do.
Turn around to see who it is.
She's a
One.
she's a tall woman, very well built, wearing some leather armor that suits her.
Oh,
She says, Hyserion, I did some business with a woman named Hyserion just yesterday.
What happened? I'm looking for someone that has the last name of Hyserion.
Well, what do you want me to say? She did absolutely nothing for me and left me to go to Fayetteville.
All right. Well,
so she's on her way to Fayetteville as well.
it would seem so.
Yes. And if you catch up to her, make sure that you tell her Fortuna is looking for her.
All right.
Noted.
We shall do that.
We shall send your message as soon as we catch up to her. Nodded the lady.
Now it's going to
Is
be
that-
hard to do this without a time shift because you did have a rest, and then at the end of the day, I'm just trying to figure out. You know what? You're going to stay overnight at the inn, freshen up in the morning, and then
Yeah.
start on the road. Because you could go out during the night. Yes, things are a little scarier at night, and then you need torches and a watch and stuff like that. And yeah,
You would probably
nice.
just stay at the inn. But
Yep.
Fair to
he
have some
said
sunlight.
that he would let us stay, you know,
Yes.
if we figured out who was stealing his meat pies. So
yes.
Besides, I think Pinnacle still has a present for us.
yeah, that's good.
Let's get Pinnacle.
Yes.
We wouldn't want to leave him behind again, would we?
Yeah.
Just-
Pinnacle room.
Just have a falcon sitting at the edge of an indoor.
Oh man, well, that was a rather interesting day snooping around town, and the heck is that? Where's that smell coming from? I say as we look toward the door to our room.
Oh, for what the hell? Roll perception. That's going to be rolling against your intelligence.
Okay,
1d20.
do I roll now or
Oh, both of you. Because you both just
Okay.
became aware of it.
okay? 14. Cool
So
number.
you don't know quite what it...
It's slash
It's
first.
slash
Slash
and then
roll, yeah.
roll. Yeah.
So, Tarkirian, you cannot find it.
Oh.
You guys can't find the...
Oh.
Well, you know what? I assume you're letting Bill stay with you so he doesn't run off or anything.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If Bill finds it... Oh god.
We got outdone by a bum? Are you kidding me?
Bill looks at it. Look over. And then he just throws up because, you know, all the alcohol and everything that he's had today.
Right, now we have two things to clean up.
Ugh. Now I'm just starting to think about. Now I'm starting to see Bill as like a dumber Rick Sanchez with all that stuff he's drinking.
Well, he's
it's like,
supposed
oh,
to be fat too, so like a dumb fat Rick Sanchez.
It's like, oh, tenacity, you got. I don't know. So
Okay, so you guys are going to have to clean it up. And then I think we're going to call it for now because adding Bill in changed an encounter slightly. And
Okay.
traveling
That's
is a little bit... I don't like doing random encounters.
that's
I
fine.
like every encounter to mean something, and I remember what I was going to do.
What?
Kareem was so happy with you guys, he gave you each a potion of healing.
Oh, potion.
All right.
So I
I'll
wanted to
add
get
that.
I want to get that into your hands by the end of the day, so that way, because you're not going to meet your healer just yet.
All right.
I have that noted here on my document for Tarkirian, so
Yeah.
that's good to know.
So your first magic item.
So one potion of healing.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Damn it! That's why I did that whole bit of role playing.
Besides, I think solving two small mysteries in Haydenville is a pretty productive session on its own.
Mhm.
Pretty fun one, no less.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
I thought I was struggling there for a bit, but
I particularly appreciate the MTG reference with the goblins. That got a chuckle out of me. It really did.
well, Squee cannot really be trademarked, and it's just such a great name for a goblin.
I know, right?
Now,
It's
Did you get
both
both
of his cards are funny.
Did you get the reference where he said we're all Squee? It's just you don't understand the pronunciation.
No, unfortunately, I don't.
Babylon 5.
Oh,
The
I wouldn't-
great caretaker had his minions running around.
uh-huh.
Our name is Zathras. I am Zathras. He is Zathras. It's Zathras. It's just so well done.
I unfortunately don't watch a lot of sci-fi TV shows.
Well, It sounds like a good sequence all the same.
So I'm a little bit like a magpie. I pick little things up here and there, and I sew them together.
Well, that little mashups like that make for the most interesting sessions, I think.
Some stuff is original. Like, I still want to
Yep.
give you guys the bagpipes of invisibility. I just can't figure out a good way to use them. You're invisible as long as you keep...
What good are bagpipes of invisibility if they can hear you?
Exactly.
Well, they can't see us, so I guess.
As long as you keep playing them at full volume, you stay invisible.
Oh man, that sounds like a fun item to get into trouble with later.
Oh, Mike, I have a fantastic item for you,
Oh,
but I want you to work a little harder before you earn it.
oh sure.
And yeah, Liz, I got like 4 or 5 down here. I'm just trying to decide which one is good for you to start off with. Mike is easy. There's like 10,000 things you can give a wizard that make his life easier.
Yep. So by working harder, I'm guessing that means a few more sessions down the line before we get a chance at it.
Yeah, next session you're definitely going into combat, so look over your spells, see what looks good.
Sure, we'll do.
Yeah, everything that I said stands true.
Yep.
No, I would steer you away from something if I thought it wasn't going to be useful, but
Okay.
like if you were going to go into combat, but it was like people who are immune to sleep, which is a thing. Almost every spell, somebody's immune to it.
Makes sense.
Yep. The axe. Liz's axe body spray I expect to become a lot more effective.
Axe body spray.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll help your charisma factor a really great deal.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that the I know in the second edition, barbarians had this weird charisma effect where I forget how they did it. Where, like, if you rolled below a 10, you got -3. If you rolled above a 10, you got +3 to your charisma. Because people either really love you or really hate you.
I see.
Interesting.
You're either a war hero or you're a savage, huh?
Exactly.
I see that.
But yeah, I haven't really looked that up, so that's another thing on my set of things to do for making up for my time being sick this week.
All right, that's something we can just kind of throw together for next week.
Yep.
We're able to do so.